Good day, everyone. Welcome to this edition of Let's Talk Networking. I'm Terry Lee Harrison, and I am passionate about helping coaches, consultants, and solopreneurs be able to network in the most dynamic, lucrative way. So good to have you with us on this edition, and I have a special guest. May I please introduce you to the amazing Jeanette Martin. Jeanette, welcome.
Oh, welcome. You know what? I love the intro music. I haven't gone out dancing in a while. I feel like I got my groove on to talk networking.
Oh, good. I'm so glad. You know, we do want to have our groove on when we talk networking, I think, for sure. Let me introduce you all to Jeanette. If you don't know her, you must, for all my networking friends. She's the owner of MYBC Consulting. I'm going to tell you what that means. She's a brand ambassador, social media whisperer, and creator of Lifting Up. She's a speaker and author. She comes to us from British Columbia, Canada. So tell them what does that mean?
Oh, what does that mean? Well, I think you read off my LinkedIn profile, and that's where I love to spend a lot of my business waking up. Oh, I did. You did. MYBC stands for, you think my British Columbia, because that's where I live, and Terry Lee, today it is 53 degrees centigrade here in the west coast of Canada. So we're hot. So I'm up for the task of giving some hot networking tips. The MYBC stands for Move Your Bum Chum Consulting. We don't do anything in this world unless you move your bum chum. So I started my company in 2014, and I had to come up with a name. And I was very surprised when I went to go register my name, because you have to come up with 3 different ones. If one isn't, then 2, then 3. When I came back that I did get number 1, I was like, yes.
No, it's so awesome. And you know, people, I bet everybody asks you what it means, right?
Yep. Well, they think my British Columbia.
I know.
Because that's where I live. And it's like, well, no, it's better than that. It came very organically, because a lot of my friends go, Jeanette, how did you go to Spain, all expenses paid, and you don't even sell the product that you were going to be educated about? And I said, I moved my bum chum in areas where the question was asked, who wants to go to Spain? And the person that I said yes to knew the people I was going to bring along with me who were their clients. I was going to make sure I was networking and introducing the products and shouting out about them. So that's how I moved my bum in places, so I meet people, learn about people, and be able to network with people.
That's right. So do we even move our bum when we're hitting on the Zoom to join a meeting? We do, right? Because otherwise we wouldn't be sitting here ready to go, right?
Yes, exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
So I know you have. Lachelle, welcome. So glad you're here. Lachelle says, hey, ladies. I know you want to share some about networking, and I would love to have you share. So please take it away.
Well, I'm going to share with my analogy first. Since, the big C word, COVID, hit in those last 18, 19 months around the world, we've had to network in a different way, and we've had to be patient with our networking as well, because I'm not face-to-face and you can't see my whole body language, and that's all part of networking. So this is my analogy when I come to a networking, is that we sit back and we build our net of our experiences and what we do in this world and this and that, and put the little knots and we build our net. And now we throw it out. We make sure our boat is well foundational and it works really well. So that's our business, is running tickety-boo, putting our net on it, and we go out to the ocean and we throw that out. And then we pull our net in. And we have the tuna and the salmon or whatever ocean that you're in and pulling, and you categorize it and you go, well, this is not going to serve me well to network with these people, so I'm not going to put my time and my energy, but thank you for coming into my net. And you kind of throw them back for other people to, pick up. And then there's the people experiences that you want to go deeper with. So it's like you categorize them and you start networking with that group. But in the end, Terry Lee, you only ever eat one fish at a time.
So true.
That you only really work that one person and ask those incredible questions one at a time. Then you can kind of know, oh, Mr. Tuna, you need to meet Mr. Salmon over here. You guys need to work together. I can see you guys coming together in a great collaboration. And that's my networking, is I choose to be in places, experiences to build that incredible net so I can throw it out and pull some people back into me.
That's so good. So good. And I liked what you said too about being patient, because, as if we're out in the boat fishing, you got to be patient. The minute you throw the net in. On all good relationships take time. Lachelle says, one bite at a time. She loves that. Yeah. I think you had an interesting story about networking and even where you're sitting right now. Would you share it with us? Yeah, I love that, what you shared with me.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I live in a small cottage, and when I said it was 53 degrees out, and I also have an office that I sublease from another company. And I sent a message late last night, knowing that this was going to be the hottest day of the year in Vancouver. And I said, does the office have air conditioning? And the fellow got back to me and said, no. And I'm like, oh, okay. Knowing I wanted to be at my best today for work and not melting like the Wicked Witch of the West, and, Oz, and looking professional, I reached out to a lady who I'd met networking at a space in the city where I'm part of in Langley, British Columbia, called CoWorks Elevate. And rapidly last night at 7:00, I sent Sarah Wilson a message. Hey, Sarah, do you have any offices that you could rent to me tomorrow? It's going to be really hot. And she got back to me quite right away. And she said, let me get on it. And she said, yes, we have a boardroom available. It's going to be this amount of money. And I went, oh my gosh, but eek, she quoted me one price. And then so Jeanette, no, really, it's going to be this price, but I'm going to give you $40 off. And I went, you know what, while I'm here, I will take a bunch of pictures while I'm here and post out and give you $40 worth of social media marketing. Because you saved my bacon. And I've been in, she said to bring a sweater, Terry Lee, and she was like, Julie in here. And I've appreciated, and I've got some of my best work done today because I met the right person networking. Yes. And I honored her, honored her expertise to be able to solve my problem. And I wanted to make sure that I, gave her a little shout out on LinkedIn, on Instagram, and on Facebook. It wasn't just a one and done. It was, hey, everybody, here's a person and a business that you need to know about.
Do y'all see how she puts her social media expertise into practice and bridges it in with her networking? I just appreciate that so much about you. Really, Jeanette, you are just thebomb.com when it comes to that. I am so serious. So speaking of, let's chat a little bit about if you had one top social media tip to give to our business owners today while you're here. I would love to pick your brain. What do you have for us?
Okay, I'd like hands up, but I can't see the hands up. Is how many people in the last year and a half have had the opportunity to be on somebody's podcast like this today?
I'll put my hands up for them. They're all saying they have.
Okay. Okay. So whether it's a audio version or a blog version, like what this is going to be afterwards, I have a top social media tip. Well, on LinkedIn, there is a section down at the bottom where it's your accomplishments. It says your test scores, courses you've taken, publications. Well, I was using that for any time that I was published somewhere. I've been featured in Coverings Magazine, which is a Canadian flooring magazine for Canada, 6 different times. Well, I found the digital copy, take the URL, and you can plunk it into the publications and say what the topic was about. Well, LinkedIn is helping us with yet one more tool to make us successful. I now am taking the URL created from the podcast, either Spotify or Amazon or a vlog on YouTube where this is going to live. Take that URL and I'm going to put it over my publication, say that there's a descriptor on what to say. Also, Terry Lee, I get to tag you in as the creator. So when somebody types your name into LinkedIn, your name's going to pop up to see how you're giving back in collaboration. Why this is so important? Guys, it's like our audition reel. Someone can watch, click on these publications, go onto YouTube, see how I'm behaving. Am I engaged? Am I a clear talker, thinker? Was my topic interesting? It's our audition reel to be able to send to someone. Here's my LinkedIn profile. Please go down to publications. Take a look. Am I the type of person that you'd like to work with? Am I the type of person you want on your podcast? I consider it LinkedIn, the tool they've put now. What tool would be like this? A new gear in order for us to wrench
Yeah.
and turn the wheels to our success. So yeah, big. And I've told Lachelle that one, and she's starting to work on it as well. So
Awesome. So she's over here just commenting. She says she also loves the SEO content for Google. That's a great tip.
yes.
So no, I love that tip. But you saw me, I was making a little note so I can get it straight, because this is powerful. This is powerful. So tell the audience, so they've gotten to know what kind of networker you are. They know you work in social media, but talk a little bit more about who you serve and what you do.
Bleh. I'm so excited always to talk about my avatar is the proper terminology. My avatar is that 40 to 45 plus person that is a side gig enthusiast, an entrepreneur, or small business person who has had greatness in their life, and they've been told they need to get onto social media. And how are they going to portray their greatness onto social media to be able to communicate what I like to run everybody through? And just before this, I was doing a W5 story session, a who, what, where, when, why story session with somebody I met actually at a VT meeting, and taking that story and how to put it up effectively so you still feel great about your business and don't feel like you've got to market yourself. And then the key piece is how do you pull them off of social media? We have a great friend. I'm not sure Kira Schaefer, if she's part of a V team or not. Lachelle knows who she is, and she put Terry Lee this big. I had an amazing epiphany about 6 weeks ago. She put this big post up, and she said, "I'm getting off of social media for 90 days. I've got big projects to work, and I've got clients that I'm working through some really cool projects." So we have two ways to think about that. We could put our negative hat on going, oh, she thinks social media is a big rabbit hole. And oh, she's getting off of social media because it's so horrible. And oh my gosh, it's awful. No, I put on a different hat and I went, holy crap. That's the whole point of social media, is to share our stories, connect with each other, to pull people off of social media and into our business, into conversation, onto a phone call, into a voicemail, off of social media. This is the key piece. And so the reason why I love people that are 40, 45 plus, I'm not a spring chicken, I'm a couple of years away from 60, is they understand this analogy. I teach an analogy. So like when I say, when you put up a post, that's like putting up a window dressing in your store. And they're like, oh, and I go, and how does that, when you put up a window dressing in your store, what do you expect from humanity walking by? Oh, I expect them to stop and look how fabulous my window display is. And how do you behave when they do come and show you some love on your window display? So I love to teach because there's some very classic 5 steps of successful selling that I lead people through on how to post, how to identify the need, how to satisfy the need, how to go in for the trial close, and how to close the sale. So, and it seems like it is that 40, 45 plus person that's had success in reality and just needs the right terminology and right steps to pull it over onto social media.
Sounds awesome. I would be, okay, I don't know if this is limited thinking or what, but I'd be scared to step away for 90 days.
I would say because how she educated us beforehand.
Y'all knew she was going.
Yeah, it's like she said, this is what my business is. This is what I do. This is what I'm. So slowly but surely, she was telling us what she was doing. Okay. Who she wanted to bring along on this project.
Okay.
So now she said, I'm getting off of social media for 90 days. I'm still available by email. Okay. So she's not off of the world. She's off of the platform to share her story because now she's working behind the scenes. Now she's in affiliate mode. So I just I get goosebumps even just thinking about, wow, those epiphanies in life, and like, We're not to live our relationships on these platforms. We're to live our relationships in reality.
We are. We are.
Yeah.
We are. Do you know why I'm going live these 90 days? See, I did the opposite. I did the opposite. I said I'm going to show up here every day for 90 days instead. Yeah. And part of that really came from, I realized when COVID hit that I was showing up so consistently for people, and because I had already been in the online networking world, right?
You're
And I thought I haven't been that consistent in recent months. And I thought, you know what? My thought was nothing bad can come from showing up and being consistent, right? So I'm creating conversations with people I wouldn't have had, and it's been good. So, but this is the lesson for everyone: is you can do what works for you, right?
Yep.
Is just it's how we tee it up, how we do it, and how we tee it up. So, Jeanette, if anyone's listening and they're enjoying what you're having to say, I want to invite them to connect with you. But first, tell us, what is it you're looking for in your business right now, and how could we help you? Who could we connect you to that would make a big difference for you?
I would love the connection to program facilitators or program curriculum coordinators at adult education or career counseling, those type of people that if they've got a business program that I can tag onto my unique use of using social media. The name of my course is Lifting Up, which stands for LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, which are intentions on social media with networks to belong to get your goals in life. And it's about lifting up each other in business. So I'm looking for, those business, school people, program coordinators, adult education, career counselors to utilize how to use social media in a wholly unique way.
Awesome. That sounds fantastic.
And it can be taught easily by Zoom, because I do have colleges that I work with around the world. And I'm not adverse to using Google Translate.
You'll have to tell us what countries and what languages you're doing your course in. That would be fantastic. Hey, Lachelle says, Lachelle is co-hosting from the side. We would also like to invite some of these power partners to our All-Star Chapter of Virtual Team on Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern. So, Jeanette, would you like to do that?
Yes, please do. We are the V Team All-Stars. We meet every Wednesday at 11:50. We sign on to 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, or Daylight Savings Time now. 2:50 EDT, Eastern Standard Time, or Eastern Daylight Time, to 4 p.m. We are looking for specifically real estate agents, CPAs, these business curriculum coordinator. We're also looking for like skincare people. So I invite you to come and hang out with the All-Stars. Do you want to get a little brighter in yourself and your business? Come hang out with the All-Stars.
Ooh, come and hang out with the All-Stars. So anything you'd like to say for the good of the order, how can people contact you?
Find me at mybcconsulting.com. There's a form you can sign up on there, mybcconsulting@gmail.com. I'm on all LinkedIn, both business page, Jeanette Y. Martin, MYBC Consulting, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter. I got to tell you, Twitter has got some new magic coming up that I'd love to teach them some skills about Twitter. I did a post for one of my clients yesterday. Friday. Very simple post, but I found the right hashtag. He's trending at about 7,000 views, and it's been shared about 36 times. Okay. Well, only has 19 followers on his Twitter page.
Wow. Okay. Well, we'll have you back and we'll talk about Twitter one day. How does that sound?
Absolutely. There's magic when you understand these are tools, and how you want to build with them is up to you, but they are tools of connection. Understood. We get it. We are so excited.
Hey, I want to thank you for your time today. Thanks for talking about networking and sharing your tips, and so good to have this time with you. So I want to wish everyone a great rest of your day. We'll see you here tomorrow for tomorrow's edition of Let's Talk Networking. Thanks, Jeanette. Thank you, everyone. And hey, thanks, Lachelle.
Thanks, Lachelle.
We'll let Jeanette. Lachelle's going to be my guest soon, and when she is, we'll invite you to co-participate with her too. Okay. All right. Everyone, have a good day. Talk to you